Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 4.
At least we got the Kotatsu out.
Yep,
That's not that depressing.
and we are on the normal ending path. We managed to calm Yosuke down while he was threatening to throw Namatame into the TV.
We managed to calm down everyone in the room.
And that was the dividing point. If you didn't answer those questions exactly as we did, he would have thrown Namatame into the TV, and that would have been the bad ending. Not only would we have not delved deeper into the secrets of the land,
Of Inaba.
but Nanako wouldn't have come back.
Yeah, so,
Bad end.
yeah. Don't do the bad ending unless you hate children.
Yeah.
And if you do hate children, get help.
So, it's the evening of the 3rd.
Could have just skipped all that and just said, go to bed early, you're worried about shit. Bad stuff's happening, go bed early.
Ah!
Oh god, again?
Get out of my dreams! Get out of my dreams!
What are they drinking? Is that absinthe?
Welcome. It's been quite some time. Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world.
Well, now I'm more
I
alarmed.
have summoned you within your dreams.
You ever notice that
Now
effect
then,
over there? It looks like
your
the same place that
journey
Teddy
has taken you
ventured into.
quite a
Yeah, it
distance
does.
thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully
We still
solve
don't
this
exactly know
mystery?
what the crap's going on with Teddy.
Splendid.
We got this.
Yo.
The precise destination of this vehicle.
Yo.
That too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach.
I wonder why he
Well,
specifically
Why
accentuated
don't
the
we
words
take a moment to
blindly
look back
and
on your
reach.
journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
Yeah, well, I quit pretending.
I've been trying not to think about it all this time. But I finally feel like I can face reality.
You're the only one who didn't pay attention to the rumors flying around about me. You saw me as I am.
I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life? The answers to those things lie within you. You gave me the opportunity to start walking.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
I was scared, but I've learned my lesson now. I won't just try and escape into my own personal time.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need. If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
That was spooky, don't do that again.
Was that specifically
Oh, look. Is the fog clearing up?
I think the car
Oh.
stopped.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
I don't want to get out of the car, I'm scared.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
You mean the change hasn't already happened?
People are like water flowing in a river.
That is kind of
There
curious.
is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Some do dirt deeds for dirt cheap.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart.
God dang it.
Perhaps this may be a time for
Funny
contemplation
Valentine.
rather than action.
What? Is that a doorbell?
Was that specifically everyone that we had a rank 10 with?
I think so. I think that's the only reason Margaret didn't show up. We'll get to her.
Yeah, and we did manage to squeeze...
Alright, stop ringing the doorbell, I hear you. Just let me put some pants on.
And we did manage...
Teddy's missing.
Oh, well, crap.
I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere. I hope so. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
Can we hold hands along the way? La 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 la. I think it's funny you're actually letting me hold your hand.
Well,
Fanfic fuel.
Well, we clearly have to do the funny walk. And you can't really do that without...
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time.
We checked
I told him
there,
over and
though.
over that he could stay here.
Alright, everybody, I think it's time for me to introduce all of you to a weird guy with a big nose.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
It's like I wanted to talk
You know,
while
I've been
Naoko
thinking
was
about the
talking, but
case
she was
since,
too pretty to talk during.
something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
That's what MO stands for.
I want to hear you put it like that.
That's pronounced
Sounds like the dude's
operandi.
guilty.
I always thought it was operandi.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police
Freaking
admitted
Latin.
that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Could be worse. You could be trying to figure
Back
out how
up to
you pronounce
yesterday.
the letter C in Japanese.
Remember when you said Namatame didn't
Ah.
have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
I kind of wanted to make a joke at the lab,
Right.
but I
Either he's
opted not
completely
to
nuts,
for the
or we're
potential of
misunderstanding
being...
something.
That's alright. We could go to
You lost me.
Maru Tofu and see
She's trying to say that
Cyrano.
Namatame is sane.
Ah.
And there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet. Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
To be
talks about
sane or to
saving
be
people,
insane.
what does
That
that
is the
actually mean?
mayonnaise.
I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Admittedly, I'm not
You
that big
mean
on mayonnaise.
saving them through death? He did call himself a savior, and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So
Oh,
they'll
damn
be
it.
saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai? If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
Or this world at this point.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
See, I thought that was weird.
Yeah, saved.
So,
meaning he actually successfully
people
saved
by
them.
killing them. Did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise
Where's
a good
Snake?
point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
See, I knew something was up with that.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
Hey, whatever works.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai in that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them.
Again, he had an
Think someone else
alibi
was
for the
involved?
announcer.
What makes you think so? Warning letter. Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
Dojima took it.
If
Well,
Namatame's the
Dojima had the
killer,
first
he
one,
must
but
have
we
been
had
the one who wrote
the
it,
second
right?
one. He had the second one. We have the first one.
Let's review them.
Yeah, that's pretty... That's coming straight out and saying that
Yes,
they're
that's
going
right.
to die.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people
There's
by killing
also the
them
weird
write
fact
stuff
that
like
how did
"Don't
Namatama
rescue
know
or
we
kill"?
were the ones?
Yeah,
If
there's
at
another
all.
good
And the
question.
will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like I'll put in and kill?
Hey, could this mean...
Namatame clearly wrote it wrong.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
Were you waiting for that?
So
or...
I'm
Namatame
good.
really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died.
Parlance?
If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Teddy did say he felt somebody
Someone
watching
else?
us the whole time.
Then, it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
We need to talk to Namatame.
Rank you up! So we've got... 2 killers now?
Maybe?
Something like that?
Or maybe just the one killer and one guy
How
who's
though?
crazy.
After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan,
We shoot
but
everyone.
there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
That's not counterproductive at all.
Flick a cigarette into the ICU. Watch it explode. There's oxygen in the ICU.
Yeah.
Hey, this place is off limits.
Does he even have a gun? Is that what he's had in the shoulder
I'm a
on his
consultant
waist
with
there?
the police. I'd like a few
Well,
words with
Naoto's got a
Namatame-san.
gun.
May I go in?
We're on even ground here.
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane.
Quick, kick him in the chest.
Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes.
God dang it.
Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
Global warming is a hoax.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima
I say that was
sent him?
terrible, but the game brought it up
wasn't
a while
informed of
ago,
this.
so...
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself.
Yeah,
We have our hands full
Dojima's
with the
probably
transport
feeling
procedures,
pretty...
So the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too.
Oh yeah, Detective
This is
Dojima
Unit
running
252.
wild in this place.
Huh?
That's kind of the last thing we need.
Has something happened?
Goes over and punches
Something
somebody
about a
with a chair.
suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens,
Oh
hit
man.
the nurse call button.
Dollars to
I'll leave the
donuts,
rest
that's
to you.
planned by like Yosuke or something.
Probably is.
Understood. Please be careful.
Probably left a bag of poo on the doorstep.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Wow.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
Quick, let's run in and beat the answers out of Namatame.
Quick, let's go talk to him instead of wasting time outside telling us we should go talk to him. Time limit here, guys. So the last thing you want is the police to get pissed at you again. So how about that TV world?
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like
I
to
just wanted
ask
them
you.
to keep nodding to each other. Like, just for the next 5 minutes. Just...
Yeah, see, Family Guy did that, and that was annoying.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
The sky is falling, the sky is falling. I'd say the first one would actually be important in figuring out,
I don't know if it's one of those things where you just, like, go through all of them,
Me?
and then you basically move on the story.
yeah. And then that then that answer was what we were
Yeah,
thinking.
see, it's
okay, yeah.
taking off all those things. So yeah, he said he threw in Yukiko first,
So that means that,
and he just said he didn't kill
They
them.
were killed. I couldn't save them.
that means Saki and the announcer were actually...
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed.
There you go.
That's
There we
why
go.
I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
That means
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
he actually hasn't
There's
killed
another
anyone.
killer who murdered the first two victims?
Even by tossing people into the TV, he's completely
Indulge us in
innocent.
a few more questions.
Aside from kidnapping. But I think most of the victims are here, so we're willing to forgive him. Yeah, there's a good question.
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Let's do this one first.
I don't think either of these
I
questions are
didn't
going to
know.
get us anywhere.
I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Oh, but that tells us that he didn't actually have any idea what was inside the TV world.
And this will get to the meat of the matter.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
As I thought.
He doesn't even know about the warning letters.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
I really feel bad for Namatame because
Please calm down.
pretty much
Our
set up
ability
to
to
take
find
the
the
fall
culprit
for
rests on you.
2 murders
We
and
know about
multiple
the other world.
kidnappings.
Yeah,
In
and
fact,
the
He
actual...
did the
only
kidnappings, but
ones
the
who can
murders
fully
are, so
understand
far we
what they
figured
have
out, are
to
not
say.
on his head.
And he did the kidnappings trying to make sure somebody didn't die.
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Says the
So
guy who's willing to throw him into the TV
Please.
yesterday.
So
Tell
the
us
actual
everything you
murderer
can,
then is
calmly
still out
and
there, and
slowly.
he set this up so Namatame
willing
would
to listen?
fall.
Do my story?
The recorder out. Click.
All right.
I think the only thing I really want to know is how he even knows about the TV world.
Maybe we'll find out here soon enough.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
But even then, that means he was already gifted, kind of, with the whole persona thing.
I was so scared.
Or at
I
least
couldn't
the ability to
understand
go
what
into
just
the Midnight
happened.
Channel.
I thought
Yeah,
maybe
because,
I'd gone
like,
We
into
had the
normal-
same thing too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're special in that
I
we can
decided to
go
think of
in.
it
Like,
as just a
normal
dream,
people can't
and I
just
went
walk
back to
up
the
and stick
city
their
the
arm
next
in the
day after
TV.
finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi, being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown. I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it.
and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did, so I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.